Hey, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you stopping by. I'm Tim. I'm here at my repair shop and got the shop slash fishing truck here, and it's got a wheel bearing hub issue on this left front. And this is an 02 2500 HD. It's a GMC Sierra. So this procedure is going to be applicable to probably like 2000 through 2010. Chevy GMC, but as you can see here, see if we can get a better shot at this. It's got quite a bit of play. Actually, this all happened within a 200-mile drive over the weekend when we went fishing. And first I started hearing a little bit of noise, and then my ABS light came on. And then I started feeling just kind of a little more slop in the steering. So it's amazing how quickly these hubs will fail. When they decide to go, it's like your wheel can fall off after 500 miles. So I know that probably isn't the case and it would go for longer, but definitely want to address this. And usually I recommend use a quality part like a Moog or National or a Timken. I know a lot of the guys in the rust belt like to go with Timken. It's kind of rust resistant, I heard, but I don't have access to those up here really, and I don't have much of a rust problem either. Let me get the part here. Okay, so here's the bearing and hub assembly. I'm using an FVP part, and as you can see at the bottom there, it's from China, which I don't really care to do that, but this is 120 bucks versus nearly 300 bucks for a quality part in this case. And again, I'm in Alaska, guys, so guys and girls. I know a lot of girls watch the channel too, so I want to, and I know why you're watching, of course. You want to be better technicians. Anyway, I'm going off the rails here, but anyway, I decided to save some money, and I'm going to give it a try, and I'll just have to let you know how it goes. I'm sure it'll work fine out of the box, but maybe not. So anyway, anytime you do this, you want to make sure you got it lifted safely, and you want to use, appropriate repair techniques, torque everything properly, do it right. I can't be responsible if you screw things up. This is just for entertainment purposes, people. Okay, I'm going to disconnect this ABS wiring here and get that out of the way. Pop the little harness retainer clips out and just let that hang aside. Then pop this little hubcap off. Probably a better way to do this. And a little 32 millimeter axle nut. Now I'm going to go ahead and pop this caliper off at the bracket with these two bolts behind here. These are going to be 21 millimeter. Yeah, just going to use my flex socket. And then I'm going to lay the caliper up here. You just want to make sure to secure this so it's not dangling by the hose, which would be very bad. Okay, here's the tip. These bolts have Loctite on them, and a lot of times you want to use like a breaker bar which I've got a flex head ratchet here. And just to get them broke loose, you know, even if you're using a pretty powerful impact, it can be difficult to get them just broke loose. So if you're having a hard time, you can usually just use a breaker bar and a little bit of brute force. Then I'll just use my impact to get it the rest of the way on. Again, just holding on to this so you don't drop the caliper and rip your brake hose off. Probably best to use a wire to support this thing. To keep it from falling. But yeah, we'll trust that it stays there. There we go. Oh. All right, pull the rotor off. And that'll expose our hub assembly here, which is going to have 4 bolts at the knuckle on the back side here. And in this case, these are 15mm bolts coming through from the axle shaft side. And let's use a 15mm flex socket. Here's your bolts here. You got 2 in the front and 2 in the back. Now I'll just need to turn the wheels and get the ones in the front. Okay, sometimes these are kind of stuck on there, but in this case, notice it came loose. For right now, just keep this little backing plate in the position that it's supposed to be in. That'll just help you orient it properly. I kind of just leave it on there. So set that aside. Make sure your all surfaces are clean in here. You know, it's a good time to change the axle shaft if you got bad joints. But in this case, we're good. So I'm just going to go ahead and install the hub. So looks like it was packaged nicely. And everything looks intact. I guess it feels smooth. So far so good. And now I'll transfer that backing plate. Mess up the orientation. It's pretty self-explanatory, but it just helps if you don't do this all the time to keep it lined up like that. And then go ahead and stick her back on there. Have to play with it a little bit. And then I actually like to put a little bit of blue Loctite on the knuckle to hub bolts. So we'll do that, and then we'll get these in and torque properly. Okay, we're just gonna, like I said, apply a little blue Loctite on these and torque them to 133 foot-pounds. Hope everyone had a good summer so far. Fall is finally in the air here. We had like a record hot summer here. Forest fires still burning, and we're into mid-August. So it's been a crazy one. Alright, I'm gonna just run them down with the impact a little bit, torque it kind of evenly. Then we're going to torque it to 133. There we go. I'm going to route the wiring while we're here. It's like the fit on the wiring is not quite like the usual here. Maybe it's just tight. Oh, yeah. Seems to be really tight. Yep, it's nice. Okay, we'll leave the rest. Now we'll reinstall our rotor. Just make sure it's clean inside there before you put it on the hub. And I also apply blue Loctite to the caliper mounting bracket bolts. And I'll just run them down, impact a little bit. All right, our caliper mounting bracket to knuckle bolt torque is 221. Go. And there is an updated torque for the spindle nut on this hub, which is 177 foot-pounds. Just run this down a little bit. And torque this spindle, shove a screwdriver down the rotor. $177. Dust cap. Reinstall ABS wiring. So far, really good fit on all the connectors and hub itself. So it's encouraging. All right. Well, I'm getting close here, folks. I'm just going to reinstall the wheel now and button this thing up. Wheel bolt on this 2500 HD is 120 foot-pounds. No, 140. Drop this down real quick. All right, well, I'll take this thing out and rally it and let you know if something doesn't work, an ABS light comes on or something like that. You know, it goes without saying, I don't install these Chinese hubs on customer vehicles. Wouldn't even do it if they supplied their own part. I have to warranty the stuff I do, so but I would give this a shot. I mean, saving a few bucks on my own personal vehicle, and worst case scenario, if my wheel falls off, I can just repair it again on the side of the road. So I was willing to take the chance, and in the process, hopefully made a video that was helpful to everyone out there. Appreciate you watching. I'll catch you next time on the Car Doctor channel. Take care.